Up, down, up, down, up, down. What is up, guys? Guess what? I'm here to do another checkup on the 240, and I have some really awesome news. The engine is inside the car, so we're gonna go look at that. All right, we got ourselves an SC300, a 40,000 mile FD somehow. And then there's Alan on the phone. No, seriously, let's try that again. Oh my God. Would you just look at it? We also got one of the status racing seats in here. And also, this all works. The blinkers work, the brakes work. Everything works. But I'm still on the fence about this wheel now, because now there's almost too much blue. So, well, I am that dude in blue, so I can't really say anything. We were actually really worried that with all the blue we painted all the piping, like in our last video, that it would be just a little too much, but it's really not that bad, especially with the polished intercooler piping, the radiator and the intercooler all come together, and black valve covers and everything else. So I think we're safe. It's so weird seeing it as an actual car and not just like a gross shell. Alan, and I need it by tonight. Did I just put it in the back hatch like this? Hey, do you remember that my door handles didn't work? That was a pathetic video. So another big shout out to Agency Power and Vivid Racing and Status Racing, because I think I have fallen asleep in these seats like 4 times now. Thankfully it won't happen while driving because I'll be having too much fun, but when I'm just sitting here, they're so insanely comfortable. Also, I got a Sparco shift knob so I can gain another 1,000 horsepower, because that's how it works. One thing you will notice about the car is that the rear bumper has a little bit of a gap. And it's really not that big of a deal. It doesn't bother me that much, but my buddy Adam LZ also had the same problem with the same bumper. And I think people are making prototype kind of brackets to fix the issue. However, I'm scared that if we stretch this thing out, it'll spider crack all the paint. And because this is fiberglass, and that just sounds like a really bad day. This is my real 240 initiation, all right? Headlights go up. Hey, headlights go down. Oh no. Up, down, up, down, up, down. That's for you, Mr. Regular. Hey. Oh my God, I've never been so happy to hear that chime. Oh no, I was that guy. Why you do this steering wheel? Oh my God, guys, it looks like a car. So, just to refresh your memory, here's an image and some footage from the first day I got the car. That's how different this looks now. So, the car has done a lot of progress, even in the past maybe 3 weeks since the last update video, and that is we found out we needed to relocate the fuse box. Now, we relocated the fuse box in the front bumper on the passenger side. And you can't really notice it, it's not a big deal, but we needed to move it to make room for the 2JZ's twin turbo system and everything else. The other thing too is we gotta get rid of that freaking milk carton of a coolant tank. That thing looks hideous. So we're gonna replace it with a black one, and it was an executive decision by everybody. We all came together and we were like, no, that thing's ugly. But other than that, the gauges work, the brakes work, the headlights work. We are in a little bit of a rut right now because the fans I had didn't come with a shroud, and also the fans I got didn't work, so then we were like, well, we gotta get a new fan kit. So we went ahead and ordered a new fan kit, and now we're waiting on that. So the biggest issue when you do a 2JZ swap in an S chassis is heat. Anybody will tell you that you have to keep it as cool as possible. If you don't, really bad things happen. But you have to have a shroud, you have to take extra measures for that. So you might have a puller fan or what have you. The color scheme also came out really good. I'm really impressed with that as well. The polished piping really set it off. It was really blue for a little bit. It basically looked like we took a bunch of painter's tape and just put it all over the car. but now it works, and it works well with the status seats, works well with the gauges, works well with everything. So I could not be happier with the car so far. Also, the bash bar up front, or the drift armor, you might remember, was this really ugly, just like OEM gray color it came with. That was painted black, and it looks awesome sitting in front of the intercooler. It's like a tiny little detail that you can barely see, but it looks great. Another thing too is, you might notice there's wow. Another thing is you might notice there's 2 holes in the front bumper. That's originally for Type X lights. I actually was going to order some, but then here in the shop we kind of brainstormed. We might do something different. We might do like little tiny LED light bars instead to do something different from the rest of the crowd. So that'll be really cool too. Basically, this car's philosophy was, if I was 14 years old and it was still like the early 2000s and I could build a car and design a car, what would it look like? Well, I think it's coming out just that way. The driving experience of this car is gonna be pretty unlike a lot of other 240s because of the built twin turbo setup and the 2J alone. I mean, I skipped Nissan altogether. I didn't go KA or SR. We ripped out that single cam in the first episode of this series, and we were just like, yeah, just put a 2J in there, it'll be fine. We're finally in, I would say, the home stretch. We're probably about a month away from even possibly trying to start it, but that's very plausible. But as you see, I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Alan's excited, right, Alan? Oh yeah, we're all excited here, and they also want their lift back, so that's another thing. Just for reference, Monaco Auto Design, if you did not see it before, did a rendering of the car, and here it is. Now look at it now. It is spot on. So huge shout out to Monaco Auto Design, because you nailed it right on the head. It looks just like it. So far, so good. We're making progress, and I know you guys love seeing updates about this, so I dropped by the shop to show you guys what was up, and I'll see you guys next time, and take it easy. Have a fantastic day. Can't wait to show you more.